everybody, and welcome back to the Round 2 Product Spotlight for September of 2025. I'm Chad, and we've got a huge month for you guys with a lot of exciting product. For 1/64 scale and Johnny Lightning, 4 releases we're going to run through. We've got a new release for Auto World with 3 all-new castings in it. In larger scale 118, there's going to be 2 Auto World cars to show you guys there. And in Auto World slot cars, we've got a new release for Thunderjet, new release for Extraction, new pit kits, and a new slot car racetrack that we're going to show you. And also in models, 8 automotive model kits for the month of September. So we're going to jump into it. We're going to start with the 1/64 scale. So for all you 1/64 scale fans, now might be the time to go grab some water and maybe some popcorn first, because we've got a lot to go through. Starting off, I mentioned we've got an Auto World True 1/64th release with 3 new castings. What I didn't mention is there are 3 Auto World store exclusives that are available for pre-order now. So we're going to show you guys first and then jump into all of the rest of it. Starting off with the newest casting is the 1970 Plymouth Sport Fury GT. This is, of course, in Auto World, one of our true 64 scale castings, and you can really see in that scale the size of these giant fuselage cars. We've got this one in black velvet with white interior. It's got the opening hood with the 440 engine, detailed chassis, white leather tires, and a lot of great detailing on it. As with all of our Auto World store exclusives, there's some pretty cool things that we do with the packaging, where you've got the silver foil on there, of course the premium facts, and then we use the back of the packaging to really tell the story of the fuselage, the Sport Furies, and our 1/64 scale casting. Next up for the Auto World exclusive is another new tool, the 1965 Chevy Impala SS396. Each of these exclusives, there's only 3,504 of those made. With this one, we decided to do a really special version and go with the Evening Orchid color. This is a gorgeous purple color, really great factory match paint on it. You see the white line tires, which looks good, white interior with this, and again, an opening hood with that detailed 396 engine. And then on the back there, a little bit of the flower power and some of the things that are given information for that 65 Chevy Impala. And then lastly, the 68 Dodge Coronet RT is the new casting. We've got this in silver and the Dick Landy Tribute Edition here. So this looks like Dick Landy's super stock car for 1968. This Coronet is a great looking casting. We did a lot of variations with this. This one's a hardtop. We're gonna have a convertible version and some other neat variations coming out for this. This has the bulge in the hood. Of course, all the Dick Landy graphics on the side of it, the chrome wheels, white leather tires, and some of the information about Dick Landy there on the back. So again, these 3 exclusives are currently available at autoworldstore.com and for all these new castings. And we'll jump in next, show you guys what's going on for the regular Auto World release. Starting off with the version A, this releases are, like most of them, 6 cars, 2 color variations. This is the first regular release for the 70s Plymouth Sport Fury here in copper. We've got a black vinyl top on this. It's got brown interior, white leather tires, and again, all the opening hood and details included in this one. And then for the second variation, Jamaica blue poly with a black vinyl top and black interior for that. Then next up in the release for the 65 Impala SS396, first version here in dark blue with blue interior, white line tires, chrome wheels, and the next variation in willow green. Another great looking GM color and green interior for this one as well. Or actually black interior for that one, rather. Next for the 68 Coronet, another gorgeous green color for this. It's got, of course, the striping along the trunk, the white striping. Red line tires, which look great with that green. Tan interior, and the second variation for version B in medium gold. Fourth in the release is going to be our 61 Dodge Dart Phoenix Lowrider. First version here is in Mango Smoothie Custom, so we've got a lot of cool custom lowrider graphics on this one. Our new lowrider tire, and then you've got the darker interior to really play off all of those lowrider graphics. And then purple sky was the color that we're calling the version B here, with purple interior, silver lowrider graphics, and a lot of great detail included in this one. Next up, our first gen DSMs have been doing really well, and this is the next release for the Eagle Talon TSI, so only the second time we've done the Eagle Talon. This first one, white with black top. It's got the white directional wheels that you saw coming on these Talons. This one, I actually had a roommate in college who had this car in this exact color. It was a ton of fun. Again, opening hood on this so you can see that detailed 4G63 engine in it. And then for the second variation, we have the aftermarket style wheels in the gunmetal color with that two-tone black. And then lastly, we've got next up for the minivans, the 87 Plymouth Voyager. So this is actually new as the first release for that 87 Voyager. So this has the facelifted front end, where the headlights have the bigger headlights and the smaller turn signals underneath, whereas the earlier ones had the same size, squared off grille. And we went with two-tone blue for that version A, three-tone rather if you include the blue interior, and then for the second variation it's in beige with brown two-tone. That's everything for the Auto World release. Jumping into Johnny Lightning, I mentioned that we've got 4 releases for Johnny Lightning, starting with the collector tins. These collector tins do really well for us. We know you guys really enjoy the tins, and we always try to do something cool and unique with the tin releases. The 65 Chevy two-door SS wagon looks really great. Version A is in black with red interior and red line tires. And then in version B, we went a little more custom with this crazy orange color. It's got larger custom wheels on it, and the orange to match the collector tin here. Next up, the 93 Ford F-150. This casting hasn't been out in a little while, and this one always does really well. These 90s F-150s are really starting to gain popularity. Everybody's grandpa drove one in the 90s, or their dad drove one, or they drove one in the 90s. And the first version here really looks great with those black wheels. Of course, the brown exterior, tan interior, and the chrome caps in the center there. A lot of great detailing on this casting as well. And then the second version is very, very unique. It's an iris poly, which is almost a pinkish color. And then you've got the tan interior for that one as well with the black wheels that really kind of add a little bit of aggressiveness to that pinkish purple Irish poly color. I think this is a super unique, cool release for that F-150. And then lastly, for the storage tins, we're doing the 58 Chevy Impala. First version here in red and white with red interior. All the silver and chrome detailing along it, and white wall tires, of course. Looks great on that 58. Second variation is two-tone black and white with red interior. Makes the red interior look really cool with that black. And then white line tires on these rather than the thicker white walls that are on the version A. And the wheels are black. It gives it a different look. We also have for Johnny Lightning a release for Classic Gold coming out next, which is 6 cars, 2 color variations for Classic Gold. These are always cars where we will do kind of some stock variations. We'll pick a lot of different styles to fit into this. With this one, we're doing starting off the 2003 Chevy Corvette 50th anniversary. First version here in that famous Corvette yellow. It's got black wheels. Again, looks great with the yellow, black interior, and all the painted detailing for the back license plate. And then the second anniversary edition is in the burgundy red. These wheels have a goldish tone to them. You can kind of see on the blister card what it looked like for the real car. And then, of course, that GM gray interior that you always saw in those early 2000s. Next up, the 71 Dodge Challenger RT. So first version in famous Panther Pink. White vinyl top on this one. White interior as well. Again, the lettered tires, opening hood with a detailed engine, rubber wheels. And for version B, we went with butterscotch with a vinyl top on that. And white interior there as well. Next up, the 70 Coronet Super B. So 2 really cool releases for that. The first in Sublime with color-matched wheels, the chrome dog dish caps on them, and a black vinyl top. Of course, the black striping as well, and the black go wing on the back there. And for version B, we actually matched David Crux Coronet Super B. This is a car that he actually goes and autocrosses. So we included the letters on the side and some of the sponsors that he has on the side of his car when he's autocrossing the Super B. This is a pretty famous car, and of course we use the picture of it on the blister card as well. Black aftermarket wheels really look great with that banana yellow color. And then next up in classic gold, the second gen Camaro, a 1975 Camaro LT, first version in dark red poly. Again, black vinyl top on this car. A lot of great details from the bumpers, including even the rub strips along the bumpers there, the bumper guards. And then you've got the black, of course, the black top, as I mentioned, and then the color matched wheels, white line tires. And then for version B, cream beige with that two-tone brown top, brown wheels, and brown interior. Really has that cool Malaise era mid-70s color scheme. Next up, the 2001 Chevy Monte Carlo SS. These are really cool. It's been a little while since we put the Monte Carlo SS out. These are another car that it's funny to see the popularity of these continuing to grow. And this is a pace car version, so it has the checkered going down the side of it there. Of course, the call out on some of the license plates, we always have fun with them. I think one of these says Pace Setter on it. There's the white letter tires. And again, a car that it's funny to see the popularity of these Monte Carlos growing. For version B, we went with the black version for the pace car and gray interior for that as well. And then lastly is the 1967 Ford Bronco here, Wimbledon white for that first version A with tan seats inside of it. And you can even see the tan sun visors, which is a nice little added detail. Great casting, really fun. And then for the second version, it's Glen Green. And this is based on a real car owned by Nick Cherone. So you can see the picture there on the blister card for that Bronco. And then lastly for Johnny Lighting, we have two releases for Street Freaks. So the first one we're going to go through is 6 cars with 2 color variations. And then we have release 2, which is actually 3 cars with 2 color variations, because we had a bunch of requests for Street Freaks, so we're putting as much out as possible for you guys. We're starting off here with the 71 AMC Gremlin here in release 1. The Zinger, of course. Stacked and compact, this one is called, because it's got the big stacked blower on the front of it. Of course, the crazy green paint, yellow interior, yellow flames going down the side, and that big Zinger rear end. This actually has rubber Zinger tires, which you guys love when we do the rubber Zinger tires, so we're excited to bring it out with those. Also, for version B, we went kind of crazy with this passion purple color and green interior with green flames running down it. A lot of fun for that Zinger release. Next up, for off-road, the 2006 Hummer H1 Alpha, and this is the Gulf edition. Maybe this guy was in the Gulf War. This actually, H1 Alpha, we had a lot of fun with this for the, of course, Gulf light blue and orange here. Number 25 on the side. This is done more of a off-road kind of race style for that Alpha. We've done the orange wheels, which really look great. Of course, has the brush guard on it and some of those racing numbers and racing liveries along it. For the version B, we went with the dark blue and light blue. I really like this version with just that thin orange pinstriping along the side of it and those darker color wheels. I think this one looks really great. And then we've got, for Street Freaks, Project in Progress. We always have a lot of fun with the Project in Progress series. I really think these ones came out looking awesome. This is a 68 Chevy Chevelle SS396. This one we went all out with the Project in Progress look. So not only does it have, it's red with a green mismatched fenders, it's got a mismatched hood as well. We then went and added all the rust to it, added some primer spots, had a weathered overspray put over the entire car. Project Super for the SS version here. And this really looks great. You could take this out and put it on any kind of weathered display and it would fit right in. There's nothing else you'd really have to do with it. Always a lot of fun with these Project in Progress. The second variation is kind of a flip-flop. So you've got that greenish blue color and then the red fender. These guys probably should swap fenders if they ever meet each other. You've got the black vinyl top on this one as well. And again, that gray mismatched hood, of course, that weathered overspray. A lot of fun with the project in progress. Next up, black with flames. This is the 74 Pontiac GTO. This one's always popular when we put it out. Always have fun also with the black with flames series. So more classic for that first version. Gloss black with red flames. You have the red and yellow, two tones of the flames going. This is has the shaker style hood. So when the hood opens, of course, the top stays on the engine, on that detailed engine there. Also got the white line tires with great fine detailing on that tire lettering, which really looks cool. And for the version B, we went with more of a cooler flame, if you can call it that. Cold-hearted, as we say there on the card art, and really looks great with the 3 tones of blue there for the flame job on that release. Then 5th in the release, our Scrapin' series coming back with the 1961 Chevy Impala SS409. This one is really cool. It's a little more of a refined lowrider paint job with not as much crazy stuff on it, but really captures that lowrider look. I love the card art here with the palm trees in the background as well. We went with this mango orange color for this one, red interior, and the red striping along the side of it as well. Of course, with the Scrapin' series, we always do our lowrider style wheels here. So you can see those on it. Complete with rubber tires. And then for the version B, we went with a cooler blue color with white interior. And again, that lowrider tires on that one. Then lastly, for this 6-pack of Street Freaks, the customized version. So we had a little fun with the 58 Plymouth Fury here. First variation is has that flame paint job on it, but it's really cool how the front end of that red Fury, the flames fade into that flat black. So it's a mix of kind of a classic Fury in the front and a hot rod in the back. This is a great looking paint job. Black wheels for this one with white wall tires. And then for the version B, we did a flip-flop of that where it's more the classic in the red with the white top for the back with the flat black flames overtaking the front of it. So really cool for that release. And then lastly, for 1/64 scale, I mentioned a little more Street Freaks that we had coming. So this is a 3-car set with 2 color variations. But we picked some really cool cars for this one. The 55 Chevy Bel Air 2-door sedan is what we're doing for zingers here. First version red hot big block. This is done up, it's jacked up in the back, of course being the zinger with this 2-tone red and white and the red interior, but we also went with the red tint on the windows, which you see on a lot of these Tri-5 gassers, and of course a big blown engine that's on it as well. For the second variation, we went a little more ratty, a little more of a rusty done-up gasser style, so it's called gassed up here. We added some of that rust effect there. Crude Attitude's the name of it. The 427 callouts on the side, and that flat white paint really looks cool for that zinger. Next, for Rat Fink, we're doing the 57 Chevy Ambulance. This great looking card art on this, and this is a lot of fun. It's the Fink wagon, so doing the ambulance, we did the light at the top, of course the crazy Rat Fink paint splatter graphics down the side with that green and pink. You've got all the gold in the details for that 57 Chevy, and then the black wheels. Really love the color combination on this one. I think it looks great. And then for the version B, we did a flip-flop of that where you've got the lime green paint flying down the side of this metallic pink color. And again, great looking card art, great looking collector card for that Street Freaks release. And lastly, just one more for Street Freaks. This is the 64 Ford Falcon Delivery, another project in progress car, and again went really crazy with the effects of the rust. Really looks awesome on this. Did some of that overspray as well to have it that faded, not forgotten look for that Falcon Delivery. A lot of fun with the beige and the brown included. And then for the second version B, I think I might like this version even more with that light blue. You've of course got the fade at the top there, and then all of the kind of rust and the fade feathering down on the sides of it. Again, a great looking weathered look for that project in progress. So that is a lot that we did for 164th for this month to go through. We're going to keep it going and show you guys what we're doing for 1/18th diecast. So jumping into the larger 1/18 scale, we've got two 1/18 scale cars to show you guys, starting off with a very cool one. This is the 1966 Pontiac GTO. This one is a Hemmings Muscle Machine cover car, and here the story was pursuing restoration perfection. So we went and replicated this cover car in exacting details. What's really cool about this one is this copper blaze color, which actually was not even listed as a color option in 1966 for the GTO. So this is a super rare optioned car. The real car also had air conditioning, power steering, a bunch of creature comforts, and we went and replicated a lot of that here. You've also got the red line tires there and the detailed chassis, of course the opening doors and hood that are always included in these, so you can see that engine as well. And we tell a little bit of the story there on the back for this car and all the stuff that they kind of went through to really restore this thing to perfect showroom shape. It was July 2024 when this was featured in Hemmings, and again, a great story and a really great car to replicate. Next up, we've got a returning favorite with the 57 Ford Thunderbird. So this is a great Raven black car, super glossy paint on this, red interior, and we went with the white removable hard top with the, of course, the famous porthole style windows, white wall tires. Again, opening doors and hood on this one with the detailed engine, steerable front wheels, detailed chassis as well. You can see through the window on the bottom there. And then a little bit of that story for the 57 Ford Thunderbird here on the back. So that's everything that we've got for diecast. Next, we're going to show you guys all of the model kits. So for the model kits, I mentioned we have 8 automotive models for you guys, a lot of different categories, which are really neat. And we're going to jump in and show you guys some of the stuff with some new tooling features in it. Starting off with the release of our 89 Batmobile kit. We've done the 89 Batmobile kit before, but we've gone through now and actually tooled an all-new Batman figure that can be seated within the kit. We have new box art for this, a new box art painting that really looks great for that 89 Batmobile. And there's a lot of fun and cool features for this one. This is a pretty easy build to put together and has a lot of neat things in it, like the dual machine guns that you can have pop up out of the top. It's got the detailed cockpit and dash within it. Of course, a look there at that Batman figure that you can put into the cockpit. You can see that the turbine pulls out and the computer accessories pull out of it. So there's all sorts of different parts and pieces that you can detail in this kit. It does come injected in black for those who don't want to go through and paint the whole thing. It's got vinyl tires, which is great. Only there's 89 parts in it. So again, it's a fun kit to build, but not overly difficult to build. Builds out to about 9.5 inches long. Again, another look at that seated Batman figure. That's really going to add to the look of this kit. And then you can see there on the parts tree on the back, all the parts and pieces that come in the 89 Batmobile. This is my favorite Batmobile. I'm sure a lot of you guys in the comments will say that you like the 66. Maybe some of you guys like the newer one, but I've always loved the 89 Batmobile. So really excited to add Batman to the kit. Next up, we're bringing back the Volkswagen Scirocco. It's been a while since this kit's been out, and really we wanted to take an approach with this kit and really show off all of the cool features that are in the AMT Scirocco kit. We reached out to Ethan at 8380 Labs, who does the artwork. He's really well known in the Volkswagen community, and we wanted to showcase the fun features that are optional within the Scirocco. So on the box art, we decided to go showing the Trans Am racing style version, where you've got the big over fenders, the wide wheels and wide tires, that crazy front lip. There's a roll cage in this, a racing seat, a lot of cool features and functions that we really wanted to call out to show all of the cool things that you can build and the different ways that you can build the Scirocco. Volkswagen did race these back in the day. They even won a championship with these Trans Am style Scirocco's. So there's a lot of cool features and ways that you can build this up. This is, of course, great looking box art, but again, this kit is a 2-in-1, so you can also build a stock Volkswagen Scirocco with it. So it comes with all the stock bucket seats, the vinyl tires, the stock grille and bumpers. and all the other parts and pieces. In the decal sheet, we've got those few different racing options here for you with some call outs there on the sheet, and then of course the pieces that you would need to do the stock version of the Sirocco as well. And then a look at the back at that parts tree where you can see all the parts and pieces to either do the stock or the optional big over fenders and Trans Am racing features within the kit. So really excited to bring this one out and have you guys build it up in all crazy ways. So can't wait to see what you do with that. In a similar vein, we've also got this 2013 Camaro ZL1, and this is another kit where we wanted to highlight. This is a good first glue kit build because this is one of what we had as showroom replicas or curbside style kits. So no motor in this one, but it goes together super easy. It has modern tooling, and we had the new box art done by Ethan as well for this, which really gives it more of a contemporary look for this Camaro kit. Been a little while since we had brought this one back out. You can see we added some really cool decals with it with carbon fiber features, striping, and a lot of fun options that you can build it out. And then you can see the 5-spoke wheels, detailed interior, vinyl seats, some of the parts that are included in this curbside, and a look there at the parts tree on the back. Again, about 65 parts in this kit, and it builds out really well. It's a lot of fun to put together. Next up, another Chevy, the Nova Pro Street. So this is a vintage style AMT kit. So we stuck with that retro packaging. We've done a little bit of differences to this kit. It used to be called a Nova Pro Stock. We actually are calling it the Pro Street now. It's more of a Pro Street car than a Pro Stock car. And so we went with street wheel or tires for the back rather than the Pro Stock tires that the kit originally came with. Of course, I mentioned the vintage style packaging that it comes with, and you can see that same artwork, that retro artwork on the back here. Talking about Pro Street is neat, and kind of showing the back of the car, how you can build it up. Some of the fun call outs were the AMT blueprints were featured on the side here of the kits. And then a look at that parts tree on the back as well to do that Nova Pro Street version. And then next up, we also have new releases for our silent box style, but these we've gone a little bit different with it rather than just the white background. This painting was actually done by Jamie Hood, who is our head of product development here. He's done some of the paintings for us in the past, and this one really turned out great. This is the 69 Chevelle SS 396 kit. A lot of cool features and options that are in this kit as well. So not only can you build that stock SS 396, but you can do a custom front and rear end. You've got some different options for the motor there. So you can do the Crower injection kit. You can do this bigger blower here on the top, a drag bucket seat, rally wheels, and then there's also mag wheels included in the kit and a custom exhaust for it. Look at some of the decals. You've got some striping options and some different packages that you can put here on it. And then on the back, there's that parts tree to see both the stock and the custom options available for the 69 Chevelle SS 396. Similarly, we actually have one more of the silent box style, and this is another 69 GM. It's a 69 Hurst Oldsmobile 442. So great looking box art for this one. Of course, the Hurst Olds always in white with those gold graphics. This is a great kit. There's a lot of cool, this kit goes together pretty well, and there's some pretty neat parts there, like with the rear spoiler and the hood scoop. Everything you need to build the Hurst, of course, Hurst shifter, valve covers, mag wheels, headers, rally style wheels, optional chrome goodies, and all the decals that you need to build that Hurst 442. And then I'll look there on the parts tree at the back for that kit as well. And lastly, for the cars, we've got a new Hot Wheels kit coming for you guys. This is the 69 Mercury Cougar Eliminator. So what's really neat about this one, we've got these crazy flame paint job on the side of it, and it actually has the fire engine #1. Now this is based on an actual Hot Wheels 69 Cougar Eliminator. So we went and replicated that look in this kit to build up your own Hot Wheels style car. We went beyond a little bit. Not only does it have the decals, but it has stickers in it. It's molded in red and has red chrome wheels, which is what was featured on the Hot Wheels car. So this is one, it actually is a glue kit. but has a lot of pretty cool things that you can do. 2 complete engines, and you can see some of these custom features like the etched flames there on the breather, really Hot Wheels looking. There's that 351 Windsor, the Boss 302, detailed interior with this. I mentioned the red chrome wheels, but there's also a set of more stock style wheels that aren't in red chrome in the kit. All the decals that you need to build that Hot Wheels style fire engine version. And then a look there at the parts tree on the back for that 69 Cougar Eliminator kit. And then lastly, for the model kits, we do have a big rig for all you semi-truck fans. This is the Diamond Rio truck tractor. So again, with our big rig kits, these are big. They're 1/25th scale and a lot of different parts in this. This has a new retro style box art painting by Brad Leisure. He's done a lot of paintings for AMT kits throughout the years, so it keeps that classic look, but with an all new approach here for the Diamond Rio truck tractor. You can see a lot of the different features and options that are included in this, like the optional air conditioner, the running lights, the horns, the tilting hood, which is what most of our trucks have, that 1/25th scale semi truck, and a decal sheet with several different striping options, a couple different company logos that you can put on the side, nice big decals to lay out here. And then a look here at the chassis that comes along with it, and of course a completely detailed cab interior for this one with a Cummins motor. And then a look there at the giant sprue of parts that are included in this kit. This has 335 parts in this kit, so the guys that really get into the big rigs and really love to build a challenging, fun model, the Diamond Rio is a great one. So that's everything for the models for this month. We have a ton of other models in the works too, and some new tooling that we're going to be announcing, so stay tuned for all of that. Next, we're going to jump in and show you guys what we've got for slot cars. So finishing up with the slot cars, we got some pretty exciting stuff for you guys. We're going to start off with the race set, which is our Speed Racer Mach 5 Mania electric slot car set. So we've had the Speed Racer license for a while, but really we needed to do a Speed Racer set for everyone who's a fan who's just getting into slot cars. Great looking box art on this one. I really love how dynamic and action-packed the box art is. Now this is uses our AMP chassis for these Thunderjets, and some of the neat features with this, of course you get the Mach 5 and the Shooting Star, but you have this bright white Speed Racer track with the loop. A lot of kind of fun features in here. It's 17 feet of track, not even including the length of the loop there. You've got the speed controllers that are here, red and yellow, of course, to match Speed and Racer X. The cars look great, and you can see them there through the package. And then with this track, this really unique white and red track, there's also a couple different variations that you can build out. We always like to put the different layouts on the back, and then other layouts that you can figure out as you play with the track. We can see that all those lists of parts there, a little bit about Speed Racer and about our AMP chassis. And this is a great starter set for anyone who's a Speed Racer fan, an anime fan, or just a vintage slot car racing fan. Now jumping into the regular releases for slot cars, we've got a Thunderjet release with 4 cars and 2 color variations. We showed you guys our new Thunder Road theme that we've been doing, so a lot of this is vintage style stock car racing that from way back in the day. So we do kind of small town graphics on this, starting out with the 68 Ford Torino. We've got it here in yellow with black and red letters and black and red striping there on the top of it. The Torino Cobra callouts on the side, and again those little small town racer graphics on our classic Thunderjet chassis for this. And the second variation for that 68 Torino in that teal blue color, and again with black and yellow along it for the color variations on that. And then for the 62 Chevy Bel Air, second in the release for Thunder Road, we went with white and red for the first one. That's a very classic stock car racing style livery here, the red striping along the top and along the sides there. And we've got little call outs like Muncie Speedway and all of these little small town, again, small town sponsors. And then that second variation in black and red there with red wheels and that number 61. Third in the release, the 64 Dodge 330. Again, really cool small town graphics with this purple and yellow 777s on the side of it. We've got the 415 horsepower put there on the hood and those color matched yellow wheels. And then for the second variation, green and silver, gives it a whole different look there in those colors, and went with white wheels for that one. And then lastly, for Thunder Road, the 58 Plymouth Fury, first version here in gold and black, number 58 for that 58 Fury. And again, those gold wheels, which really look cool with it. And second variation is blue and silver. So that's everything for Thunderjet. We also have a release for Extraction to show you guys. We've been running with our BRE Datsun license, so we did our BRE Datsun race set. We also did a BRE Datsun Extraction release before this. Now this will finalize all the BRE Datsun cars, so you guys will be able to collect every different version from the Peter Brock racing team. We've got the first one here, the 72 Datsun 510. This is the championship version. This was included in our BRE set initially. Now you can get it here as this BRE release. This is the John Morton Trans Am Championship car for that first one here. For the second one, we have the John Morton Championship Datsun 240Z here. That's 71. Again, a lot of great detailing on this. We really went through all of the small details that are on the real race car and replicated it as exacting as possible for these releases. This is of course the variation for our 240Z. We have two different bodies. This is the one with the headlight covers, more of the race car oriented casting. Next up, we've got the 72 BRE Datsun 510 guest car. So Peter Brock had the John Morton car. There was another car that was a flip-flop color, which we did in the last release. And then the guest car they would have different drivers that could come in and use the guest car. So really cool look and unique look on this. We actually have there's a friend of the company who did a tribute of this actual guest car that is really cool. So we're excited to bring this. No one's ever brought the guest car out in slot cars before. So again, really can finish that whole 510 release. And next up for the 72, we did the BRE Datsun 620 pickup. Now this one is in that number 85 style. Again, kind of the flip-flop with the blue on top and the red on the bottom. Previously, we did one that was more in the style of the John Morton cars. Now this is more of the other variation to go along with it for that 620. A lot of fun to do these. And again, now a great collection to kind of finalize all of the cool BRE versions that you can do here with our Extraction releases. Then lastly, for slot cars, we do have new deluxe pit kits for you guys. We're starting off showing the Thunderjet pit kit. Now this one, they always come with everything you need to put together your own Thunderjet chassis, and usually comes with an unpainted body. This we did the 65 Volkswagen Beetle body, so you can build it up and then paint and detail your Beetle, or you can buy the kit and use the parts and pieces for one of your other Thunderjet cars. These pit kits always do really well. We've also got an Extraction pit kit. Now this one includes an unpainted version of that 72 Datsun 620 pickup that we just showed, so it's got the roll bar and all the cool pieces on the side, and then of course everything you need to put together your classic Extraction style slot car chassis. And then for 4Gear, another deluxe pit kit, again with all the parts and pieces that you need. And we went with a 2022 Dodge Charger funny car body, unpainted again for this 4Gear deluxe pit kit. So that's everything that we got for you guys in slot cars, 1/18 scale diecast, 1/64 scale diecast, and model kits. Again, there's a lot of stuff that we've been working on, and we have a lot of stuff to show you guys still. So I always say, make sure you follow us down below. Check out some of the links that we have to some of our social media pages. Thank you for joining us again, and we cannot wait to show you what we've got coming still at the end of the year. So subscribe if you haven't. See you next month.